I just dropped my sister off at her car and I'm headed back home. Let me finally try one of these Dunkin' Donuts iced coffees or iced lattes that everybody keeps talking about, because I don't really care for Dunkin' Donuts food, donuts, none of that. But everybody keeps saying they have really good iced lattes and iced coffees. So I got a cocoa mocha iced latte, and I told them to add caramel to it. And the internet girlies were not lying. And I forgot to tell them oat milk, because I really don't like milk that's not lactose free in my coffees and lattes, whatever. I'm not lactose intolerant. I just prefer oat milk or almond milk, maybe soy milk in my lattes and things like that. This is very good, Dunkin'. Good job, Dunkin'. Good job. Anyhow, it is Sunday, June 29th. I saw Beyonce last night and I had the time of my life. It is 4:30 p.m. and I'm less than 10 minutes from home. I'm about to just go home, unpack, chill out. Since I'm telling them about the latte, we might as well start another vlog. Enjoy the vlog, guys.
Summer is always surprising me, just a bit. It's mid-July, then it's gone.
Hey y'all, it is Monday, June 30th. It's 12 p.m. and I'm headed to do some adulting. Cowboy Walker has left the building and my hair is black again. There's still a few more blonde strands in there. I've just been going in and literally just switching them out, making sure, taking care and make sure that my hair still feels moisturized and everything, so I'm not like doing too much over manipulation. But yeah, I liked the blonde. The blonde was cool, but it was just so light. And as y'all know, I had a different kind of blonde before, but that hair, I just wasn't feeling it. More of like a darker ashy brown blonde. So I switched over to a hair that was more comfortable for me to wear in my head overall. The only blonde that I could find in that hair was a really super light blonde. It was as close as I could get to the blonde that I was looking for. And I'm like, it's cool. We wear it for the weekend or whatever. But I don't think I ever intended on wearing that really light blonde that I went with at the last minute for a long period of time. I went ahead and started switching that out because I was going to leave it in there as a little highlight, but it's like, yeah, now I'm kind of over it. I got down to the last few that needed to be replaced, and I was just over it. It was getting close to noon, and I wanted to go ahead and get out and about and run my little errands and do what I needed to do. And then later on when I get home, I'll go in and finish replacing them. So there's mostly black, and then there's some dark brown and maybe like a couple of strands of a sandy red brown. But yeah, I'm going to get my state inspection done so that I can get my registration for the year, because my registration is up at the end of July. If I do it now, I can go online. The state of Texas will recognize that I have a valid inspection on file for the year. They can just mail me out my little sticker and do all of that before the end of July comes. There's a neighborhood Walmart that's closer to the apartments that I used to live in, like 10 minutes away from me, maybe less. And they have the best strawberries this time of year, so I want to go check them out. I really gotta fix my nutrition, y'all. My nutrition is lacking. Oh my goodness. Look at some strawberries and like some other things. And then I was inspired because of that strawberry Dubai chocolate cup that I got when we were in Houston. And I'm like, I could do that like with some peanut butter, almond butter drizzle, some sugar-free chocolate chips, some granola, like my own form of like a crunchy, sweet, healthy dessert. Because I'm off today. I took this day off in advance because I already knew that I wasn't gonna go back to work after the concert, even though the concert was on Saturday. And yesterday, Sunday, we got back to Fort Worth like 4 something. I got back to my house before 5, I think. And I even considered that, at some point last week, I was thinking like, well, maybe I could give the day back. And I'm like, no, I'll have a short work week because I'm off today, work 3 days, and then I'm off Friday because it's the 4th of July, company holiday. And then next week, I'm back in the office again for a whole week. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just keep this short week. I got everything that I came in here for. And those wings were $8.98 a package. And you know how you go grocery shopping and then you go get food because now you're too tired to cook? I just grabbed the wings instead of going and spending like $15 to $20 on food or Uber Eats. 2 packs of wings for, you know, at $9 each makes more sense. I was craving Frosted Flakes. So instead of buying a big box of them that I would either eat one bowl of and then the rest will go bad, or 2, eat the whole box in 2 days. That's why I just got those 2 little single serve packs for $1 each. And I'm also going to get a few packs of ramen because these are my guilty pleasure. And this is not something that I just want to keep eating and eating. It's just every now and then I'm craving noodles, so I'll have noodles. I got 1 shrimp, 1 beef, and 1 chicken, and they are all hot and spicy. And I'm about to head to the checkout line. I hope you guys enjoy my little grocery trip, because when I get home, I'm putting all this stuff away. So that's what I was showing you, trying to show you slowly as I went along. Fast food crisis averted, because I really was about to probably more than likely order Uber Eats and spend like $20-something on some wings or something. And it's kind of hard to change your mindset when for so many weeks you've just kind of been like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'm going to have to force myself to get my nutrition together. Just do it. That's pretty much it. Just do it. Even if you don't want to, even if you don't feel like it, you just gotta do it. That's really all it is. There's no magic recipe to it. I got a few items that I know that I'll enjoy, that I know will be beneficial for my nutrition success. And that's what I'm gonna stick with. And as you can see, I also got some grapes because I like to snack on grapes from time to time. What started was recently, there have been moments here and there where I've been served fresh fruit at some type of event I went to, or even out of town when we had the chocolate Dubai strawberries. Just the taste of the strawberry and how fresh it was. And every time I would be like, dang, like this really feels good to my body. Like my body really does enjoy eating like this. But they didn't have the big, huge strawberries like they had last summer at this Walmart. But these are like big and juicy enough. But last time they had like the real big, huge ones, like with the stem on them. Sometimes when I grocery shop, I try to be cheap because I try to think of like, well, what if I want to go somewhere and get something to eat? And that type of thinking is toxic. Like, no, girl, buy the stuff that you spend the money at the grocery store. It's like, just spend the money at the store. Quit thinking about what if you want to stop and get something to eat, or spend the money at the grocery store. That's the best advice I can give. What the part that people don't tell you is they go grocery shopping and they don't get all the things that they really, really want because they're trying to like hold on to a little money in their pocket for fast food or to spend money on stuff. So it's like, nope, because that thought crossed my mind when I was inside the store. Like, no, I don't get that, because you know you're gonna want to eat when you leave here. Eat the food that you about to get some food here. Eat that when you get home. We got food at the house. Now, like, y'all might see me eat fast food tomorrow on this vlog, but what I'm saying is, I have been eating fast food way too much. Even like when I will order like grilled chicken with beans and stuff like that, like things that are okay for my macros. Like, I have just been eating way too much fast food, and I need to be eating more at home and less fast food. And right now I'm eating a whole bunch of fast food, and then every now and then I'll cook. So I'm trying to reverse that. Okay, it is lunchtime. Here are the wings, and I tasted just a little bit and they taste really good, but I definitely should have put them on parchment paper because some of them, the skin came off in the air fryer. I got this little seasoning packet that came with it, and I just made all the wings at one time because I didn't feel like measuring out half of the seasoning pack or whatever. And they're really little wings. This might be lunch and dinner. I was looking for the lid that goes on this bowl. I get these little bowls from Dollar Tree, and if one messes up or gets stained to my displeasure, then I just go buy another one from Dollar Tree. That deal smells so good and strong. That's what the wings are looking like. Wingstop could never. Wingstop could never. All right, let me put this on a plate. So I got 10 of them on my plate for right now. And there's, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 left. So like 18 wings for $8.98 plus tax. That's not bad. Cause 18 wings at Wingstop, $10 with like a 8-piece maybe. So for my beverage, the raspberry lemonade flavor that I got at Walmart today. And this is definitely gonna be more than 16 ounces of water that it recommends on the package. But sometimes these packages are super sweet and sometimes they're not. So gauge the sweetness of this one. Just 8 ounces of water, and then I'm gonna pour in this 16.9 ounce, which I just counted 17 ounces. So 25 ounces of water. Perfect. I mean, it could be a little bit sweeter, but I don't want to add a second pack because it'll be too sweet for that amount of water. I'll come back when I'm ready to make my little strawberry bowl thing. So we back for an early dessert. It is 4:45 p.m. I have about 8 pretty nice size medium to big strawberries in there, and I only cut them in halves because I wanted my bites to feel, you know, like have big chunky bites. A tablespoon of this almond butter that I got earlier at Walmart. I'm also gonna do a tablespoon of peanut butter. It's just some regular, you know, generic brand peanut butter. I'm gonna put the protein granola on first, and as opposed to trying to get some sugar-free chocolate chips, I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of sugar-free chocolate syrup. So I think, well, let's get this started. Hopefully y'all can hear me over my microwave. I'm letting that peanut butter and the almond butter melt down some. The granola is 13 grams of protein for 2/3 of a cup. I feel like this will be really good with some cinnamon. So I'm also going to sprinkle just a little bit of cinnamon on it. Not too much. I don't know why cinnamon came to mind. Pour over the almond butter and peanut butter. And this is a very calorie dense snack. So if you're looking like, girl, what in the world? But it works for my macros. With the amount of protein it has in it and the amount of sugar that it does not have in it. Let's taste. Woo! Y'all, that looks so good. Okay, here we go. I wish I had some honey to drizzle on it. I'm about to go enjoy this and watch this most recent episode of The Chi. So it is Tuesday and, you know, back to work after a long 4-day weekend. But y'all remember how I was talking about my energy levels have been low? And this has been going on for the past couple of months. And then I noticed that each time around that time of the month, my PMS started to be like intensified. And I finally realized it's probably I tried a new birth control exactly 2 months ago. Ever since I started having cycles as a teenager, I just always had either like really bad heavy flow, lots of pain. Sometimes my mama would have to pick me up from school because I was, you know, throwing up and nauseous. But anyway, throughout the years, I've been like on and off birth control to try to combat that. Last year, I realized that the birth control I was on, while it was helping all of my physical symptoms, the psychological symptoms were like hitting me like a ton of bricks every month. My body didn't have time to recover because, you know, when you're on birth control, everything comes like clockwork because your body's pretty much on autopilot. I got off of that for like 6 months and I felt great. But then, you know, that flow started to return and I can manage. As I've gotten older, it's not gotten worse. But I think that's because I'm always off and on some type of hormone. Anyway, I started a new one that's like an every 12-week injection a couple of months ago. And I've noticed that same thing like clockwork every 3 weeks. That mood swing, then my energy levels have been super weird. And then I came to the conclusion, like, you know what, it's probably the birth control. So I sent a message to my doctor on the portal to ask her about maybe a low dose something, because I know they say when you take something where, like, if it's not a pill or something you have to take every day, that's more hormones being released into your body. So I was on something before where I only had to take it every few weeks, and now I'm on something where I only have to take it every 3 months. And I avoid the pills because I was on pills before, and one time, like, I forgot to take the pills for a few days or something, but I was also working as a 911 operator, so life was super hectic then. But I forgot to take it for a few days or something, and I landed in the hospital because my body went all out of whack. Fibroids started bothering me real bad. I was in excruciating pain to where I had to, my mama had to take me to the hospital. I'm not going to continue on the injection. Like, it's supposed to be every 12 weeks, and it's been 2 months, so I'm not going to continue on it. If I have to do what I did last time and just take a break from it for a while. And I know that there are natural things that I can do as far as my eating and exercise goes to help lessen the symptoms every month. The psychological symptoms, it's like you stuck between a rock and a hard place. You excuse me, I'm about to be graphic, but either you're going to be feeling like a blood bank every month, but for the rest of the month your moods and stuff are pretty stable. You might get a little attitude and some cravings around your period time, but you get regular PMS. Or you can be dry every month but get this extreme PMS that makes you feel like something is wrong with you in moments. And so that's why I try to be self-aware, because I had to sit back and think, like, what is going on with my mood? And then I realized this, the high dose of hormones from the birth control. I have also finally started to gain weight on this. And I know that was one of the side effects, so I was like, let me see if I'm one of the people that get the side effect. I am on a GLP-1. Everybody knows how expensive that is. I don't pay that much money for it because I have insurance, but ain't no way that I should be gaining weight on it. This is the first time I've ever gained weight on a GLP-1. I've stalled. I remember talking to y'all about being stalled out, but I have never, like, this is the first time I've gained weight on the GLP-1. My weight has gone up about 10 pounds. And I'm like, ain't no way. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not taking this medication anymore. If I just have to be off of birth control for a while, but maybe my provider will message me back about some lower dose options. My prescription company, whatever, they shipped out the next injection that I'm supposed to be taking next month. I ain't taking it. I'm not taking it. Like, when I tell you I listen to my body, I listen to my body. You gotta listen to your body. You really gotta listen to your body. So we're not gonna continue on that. I'm about to run into QT to get an energy drink. I definitely need an energy drink because my energy level, because I know office week my caffeine intake is a little bit higher because I'm getting up at before the butt crack of dawn. But just my normal weeks, I've noticed my caffeine intake, and I can never reset myself back to just my regular caffeine intake. It's like I always feel like I'm needing more. So after putting all the pieces together over the past couple of weeks, I realized what the culprits is. I wanted to show y'all how my hair turned out. Never mind my restroom counter, if you can even see it in this shot. I'm still unpacking makeup and everything. I have never taken this long to unpack from a trip. Whew. But anyway, I wanted to keep with the black for this install. I bought some black hair when I got back into town Sunday evening. I knew that I would need a few more strands of hair, but I also knew that I had some brown and reddish brown under my sink that I could use as well. When I started to run out of the black strands of hair, I placed the brown and the reddish brown ones in the middle. It's uniform, but it also kind of gives like a peekaboo effect for my ponytail. Like if I not close it, but if I do it this way, it kind of looks just black and maybe you see a strand of brown. I toss it around, you can see that there's more like brown and reddish brown on the inside. So that is how my hair turned out. Good morning. It is Wednesday and the time is 11:45 a.m. I've had a Monster Ultra Fiesta Mango energy drink this morning. I'm on my second large cup of water, so this will put me at a total of 4 glasses of water for today. I've intentionally not tried to eat anything. I'm not really hungry either, but I'm also just trying to give my body a bit of a rest. Now that I've pinpointed the the issue of what's been going on with my mood, my appetite seeming to be all jacked up and all over the place with the weight gain and all of that. I have a few weeks until the birth control even starts to leave my system, and like I'm gonna just have to roll with the punches and just do what I can to try to combat all of the symptoms that it brought with it until it's completely gone and I'm rid of it out of my system. Intermittent fasting, whether it was before I was on a GLP-1, because I lost a little weight before I started the GLP-1, and I was doing my own little version of intermittent fasting, what I call it. On or off the GLP-1, it really helps my body to just rest and reset. If I do have lunch or an early dinner before I go to church tonight, I'll come back and let you guys know. Other than that, I will see y'all at Bible study and choir rehearsal tonight. And as y'all can probably see, that side of the sectional that I am giving my son is back behind me again. In one of my other vlogs, I can't remember the exact one, I showed y'all that I put it back together because it being up against the wall was just messing with my mood. And then once I realized why my mood and everything has been so terribly off lately, I just went ahead and put it back up against the wall. I mean, yeah, it's getting on my nerves sitting up against the wall like that, but not to the magnitude that I thought it was. That was only affecting me just a little bit. Everything else was the chemicals. And I don't know, I might just grab a U-Haul this weekend and take it over there and like, look, here boy, take this. Because, come on now. Right, I'm on the way to pick my mom up for church tonight. For lunch, I didn't eat until about 2:30 in the afternoon, but I just had leftovers of jerk chicken and sides that I made yesterday. So I had 2 jerk chicken legs, some mashed potatoes, and it was probably not even a 4th cup of mashed potatoes, some broccoli with butter spray on them, and a roll. And I spread a little bit of butter on the roll and some butter spray on the roll. And I logged in late, so my plan was to stay at work right up until it was time for me to get ready and go for church. But I was so tired that I logged out, went and laid down, and I set my alarm for 5:15, and I probably still would have been asleep if I didn't have to set my alarm to get up for church. I snoozed a few times, so I didn't get up until after 5:30. And I'm not blaming it all on the birth control. It's not uncommon, around that time of the month, on that time of the month, to be tired and need a nap in the middle of the day. But I'm still not going to continue with that birth control just because of the other side effects that I had talked to y'all about. So I had told y'all that I sent my doctor a message on the portal, the doctor who manages that medication for me, and she reached back out to me and asked me if I wanted to go back to the ring, which I'm not going to do that either, because that's more of a higher dose, because that's you just leave that for 3 weeks and it just pumps hormones into you for 3 weeks on end. So that's a no, because that's the one that I got off of before, because I started feeling like I was just getting hit too hard every month with the psychological symptoms and all the other symptoms. She was like, or we could try a low dose pill. So I replied back to her and I was like, yeah, like I can't remember the pill that I was on the last time because it's been some years. Because she asked me if there's a certain pill that I like that I want to try again. The lowest dose one that you could put me on that will help control because the main thing that I'm really concerned about is the physical, easing the cramps, keeping the flow in check. That's what I'm concerned about, because I did enjoy the way I felt on all the other days of the month when I had just stopped taking birth control altogether, outside of my actual cycle week, carrying around maxi pads and tampons everywhere, all over the place, double checking myself all the time. You know what it's like to have a period, if you have a period or have ever had one before. Like, real careful and kind of insecure at times about what you have on and what you're wearing. So all of a sudden I was craving ice cream and something sweet on the way to church, and I really don't like frappuccinos, but I was like, I could use a little caffeine right now too. So I went on ahead and pulled off the freeway on the way to get my mom, which is right beside there's a Starbucks right by the freeway. Really don't do frappuccino like that, but I got it, and instead of just the regular frappuccino roast, I had them put espresso shots in there. What did I get, you ask? I got a mocha cookie crumble frappuccino, and I told her to line the cup with caramel sauce and chocolate sauce. Yeah, a mocha cookie crumble frappuccino. I like when they write on the cup. They wrote, hello Starbucks baristas. It's good because I added those shots of espresso, so it's not as icy and slushy. It's a little bit more watery and cold, but I kind of like it like that.
Are y'all with me here? Amen. And confirm these miracles of providence. Whatever it is, Lord, I say thank you, because I know you did not bring me this far to leave me.
Because I went to use the restroom and y'all still sitting back here like choir rehearsal ain't started. My excuse was I went to the restroom. What's yours?
Oh wow. Sister, why did you mess with me?
Because I want to. Come on, let's go. Huh? Yes, we went to go see Beyonce. I haven't seen church. Y'all, oh, you say hello. Hi. Oh, girl, I thought it was a pic. Oh, no, it was, I'm recording. Hi.
I can't get back in there.
Okay, now we can go to choir rehearsal. We down here hugging and kissing on folk like choir rehearsal ain't started. Okay. What's this called? Okay. A morning bun.
They call it calories.
Get one of these.
I can do the calories for call.
I eat this for breakfast in the morning.
She can pass it to me, but she's so busy eating bread.
I'm not eating it. I'm wrapping it up and I'm taking it home. You do not eat inside the sanctuary. Not no bread anyway. I heard you. I'm gonna sit back here. Don't get this stuff out of my car. Choir rehearsal is over. I ain't been to church in so long. It feel like I haven't seen my church in a while because the last time I went was last Sunday, and then I missed choir rehearsal that Wednesday, and then went out of town the past weekend. Was out Sunday, and it is Wednesday again. So, look, I ain't seen my church in a long time. I'm on my way home, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out the vlog here. Thank you for watching and listening to me tell all my birth control business on the internet. Have a great rest of your evening or morning or whatever time of day it is that you are watching this. Love you. Bye.
Next summertime.